Okay, so this is the last of our little series in attempting to help you with different sashing designs. We've gone through the pathways that you can use to quilt and make be more efficient, and we can use some different designs. So I'm going to end off here today with the last two designs, or an alternative two designs, extra two. I've got just two little blocks drawn out here that are 2 inches wide. So they're simulating 2-inch sashings. And in the first one, I'm going to do a very simple pattern. Most of us have quilted many times, a kind of a paisley design as a background. So if I do that, and then I come back over here and I make my next teardrop here. So I'm making a teardrop and I echo it once, twice, 3 times. Come around, teardrop, echo once, twice, 3 times. Teardrop, 1, 2, 3. Simple. So if this is a busy-ish pattern on your fabric, that's going to be more than enough quilting. It's going to hold it in place, it's going to give it texture, but it's not overkill. If you have a plain fabric, you could choose to do more fillers. So for instance, we could come along and I could put in just some straight lines in these sort of background parts, and I can travel in the ditch and around my designs to get to the next area. Come along. So you can start to see what is it it's doing. It's just emphasizing the paisley kind of design and making it really pop up. But this is not worth doing if you have a really busy fabric, because you're just not going to see it, and it's just going to add a whole lot of time to your quilting project. So just go with the basics if you've got a busy fabric. If you've got something plainer, then you can go a bit wild. So there you can see it starts to make that pattern really stand out. Okay, so for the last pattern, if you've got mini circles or the Swiss cheese or the big Swiss cheese rulers that have those circle templates, you can do it with that. Alternatively, you can just fly by the seat of your pants and do it freehand. So I have drawn in a chalk line, or what represents a chalk line, in the center of my sashing. So I could use that to line up the markings on the circular rulers if I want to quilt perfect circles. It could be a string of pearls, or it could be varying sizes. I like to make them different sizes. This time I'm just going to go fly on my own, and I'm going to quilt circles. So I'm going to quilt a circle and then just go around it a few times. And I'm going to move on, and I'm going to make the next circle a different size. So you can see it's pretty forgiving, because you don't have to have them all perfectly on top of each other. They don't have to be all perfectly the same size. And just mix it up a bit. And when you're coming to this point, I can now start to judge, okay, how big do I need to do the next one? And the last one to fill in my space. So there's no measuring or complicated maths involved. So again, if I've got a busy fabric, I can leave it exactly like this. If I've got a plain fabric, or I want to put some more detail into it, I'd like to fill the background areas so that the circles pop up. So if I do that, I can just do maybe just a simple echo like this, and I can travel in the ditch to get to the next area. So every time I hit the side, I'm just going to fill up the area here. And these echoes are not perfectly spaced, but in the scheme of things, you're not going to see that and notice it. Hit the side, and I can come down and I can do this one. And there you've got a really nice sashing design. It gives you beautiful texture, and it's really quite easy to quilt. So I hope our little series has given you a few ideas, got your mind working. See what you can do and have fun with it. Happy quilting!